What's up, YouTubers? It's the Sports Channel here, and I am here with you guys today for my 2023 NFL season predictions way too early. And for people who subscribe to me, thank you for subscribing to me because we were trying to hit 50K or 50, excuse me. We're trying to hit 50 for so thank you for subscribing for me. I think let's get started. So our AFC playoff prediction, it is the Chiefs, Bengals, Bills, Jaguars, Chargers, Broncos, and Jets. Chiefs, their offense is really solid. I think they can trade for James Conner and DeAndre Hopkins. And then the Bengals, their offense is really good. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase with each other. And yeah, they're going to be really good this year. The Bills, they got Jordan Poyer back. So Tre'Davious White and Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer, they might be one of the best defensive backfields in the NFL. And then the Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence, he's been playing well since last season. He's having some down and ups so far, and I think the Jaguars might make it this year because of Trevor Lawrence doing the job. The Chargers, they're really good. You got Justin Herbert, and you even got a new wide receiver, Quentin Johnston. The new kid out of, I don't know which college did he go to. But yeah, their offense is really good. And the Broncos, Russell Wilson is getting back to his thing where he's going to be playing 17 straight games again, and he will never miss a game again. The Jets, they traded for Aaron Rodgers, and their offense is going to be really good. Their defense, they're going to be really good. Just missed the number one projected offense for me was the Cleveland Browns. You know, they added Elijah Moore from the trade block, and I think the Browns, they're gonna be really good, but they'll miss the playoffs. The Raiders, they got Jimmy G in the offseason, and I think Jimmy G, he might he might go like up and down during the season. The Patriots, they'll miss it by short. They'll lose to the New York Jets in Week 18. That might be a Sunday Night Football projected game. And the Patriots, they got to still figure out for the QB spot. Their QB is not good enough to make it to the playoffs. Now we are at the NFC playoffs. You got the Eagles, the Niners, the Lions, the Saints, the Cowboys, Rams, and Vikings. The Eagles, they got Jalen Hurts. You got DeAndre Swift. You got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. You got Jared Goff. Or not, excuse me. You got Jalen Hurts, DeAndre Swift, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Dallas Goedert. Niners, you got Brock Purdy, McCaffrey, Debo, Ayuk, and Kittle. And you got Trent Williams that's going to be protecting Brock Purdy all year long. And then the Lions, after losing DeAndre Swift, I think they can still make it to the playoffs. The Saints, they got Derek Carr now. I think they would be really good with Derek Carr. You got also Jamal Williams, and you got Foster Moreau on your team that will reunite with Derek Carr this year. The Cowboys, they had a good offseason. They had to get Stephon Gilmore from the trade block and Brandon Cooks from the trade block. Excuse me. And then the Rams, I hope they're getting better this year. I hope they're not going to be injured this year. I think they might stay healthy. If they are, I think they might trade for Derrick Henry in the trade block with Jeffrey Simmons, Kevin Byard, and the other Buccaneer players that's coming from Tampa Bay that might be LA Rams as in my prediction. And then the Vikings, after you losing Eric Kendricks and Adam Thielen, I think Minnesota, they got Jordan Addison, the wide receiver out of USC. And yeah, just missed Seahawks. The Seahawks, I think they're not gonna make it because they got Bobby Wagner back, and I think Bobby Wagner is not gonna be good in his first year back in Seattle. The Panthers, I think they got a lot of offensive players from free agency this year. You got Bryce Young, you got Miles Sanders, you got DJ Chark, Am Thielen, Jonathan Mingo from the draft, and you got Hayden Hurst from free agency. The only two players from the draft was Bryce Young and Jonathan Mingo. I think they're not going to make it. They'll suffer their late season collapse. And the Giants, their offense is going to be really good after they're trading for Darren Waller. I think the Giants, they're going to make it. They're going to, excuse me, they're going to miss it anyways, though, after they acquired Darren Waller from the trade block. All right, so here we are at playoff predictors. So our first matchup on like a Saturday for my prediction is the Jets and the Bengals and Cowboys and the Saints. The Bengals, their offense is really good. I think they might have 91% to win this game, and the Jets, they might have 9% to win the game. So I might take Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Their offense is really good. I think they can stop Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, and they might Jamar Chase might cook Sauce Gardner up. And then the Cowboys and the Saints, the both jersey number that wearing number 4 on their QB jersey is Dak Prescott and Derek Carr. And Dak, he might go up and down during the season. I think he might he might throw the ball a lot to Brandon Cooks, and then Stephon Gilmore, he might get more picks on Derek Carr. I think the Cowboys might beat the Saints. And then a Sunday game with Denver and Buffalo, LA Rams and Detroit, and Minnesota and San Francisco for my prediction schedule. And then for Buffalo and Denver, I think Josh Allen, he's going to throw the ball a lot to Stephon Diggs. And Damian Harris is going to run the ball a lot. He's going to run the ball. And then for Russell Wilson, I think he might throw at least 3 picks to the 3 Buffalo Bills defensive backfield to Trey White, Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer, and Von Miller might get the sack on Russell Wilson. So I think Bills defense, they're going to come up and beat the Broncos. They're going to stop the Broncos. The Rams and the Lions. So I'm thinking that the Rams, they're going to be really good with Derrick Henry when they're going to be trading for him. I think the Rams might upset Detroit in a 27-20 game, I think. Yeah, 27-20. I think the Rams might beat the Lions 27-20. And then the 49ers and the Vikings, this game is going to be a huge blowout. Like Brock Purdy's going to throw 3 touchdowns to Debo, Ayuk, and Kittle, and McCaffrey's going to run for 3 touchdowns. And Nick Bosa will get 7 or 8 sacks to break the record. So I think 49ers will win this 41-10. And then Jaguars and Chargers, the Monday night game schedule on my predictions. I think I like the Chargers a lot. They have good talent, but I want the Jaguars to win because of Trevor Lawrence, Christian Kirk, and Travis Etienne. Those are the guys I had on my fantasy team last year, so I would take the Jaguars in the rematch of the last year's wildcard game. And then our 2 Saturday game schedule in my predictions will be the Eagles, Rams, and Chiefs and Jaguars. The Rams, I know I like the Rams, but I want the Eagles to win because their offense is really solid and their defense is really good too. So I want Philly to win the game. And then the Chiefs and the Jaguars, Mahomes, he's gonna absolutely destroy the Jaguars. He's gonna throw every ball to the touchdown to D-Hop and Travis Kelce. So I'm thinking Kansas City is gonna win this game. And then the 49ers and the Cowboys, the rematch of last year's divisional round game, I think it's gonna go the same thing again. Brock Purdy will throw a touchdown, a game-winning touchdown to George Kittle, and then after 3 seconds, Cowboys have no timeouts. They'll have spike the ball, and then Cowboys will throw it to Brandon Cooks, and Charvarius Ward will stop Brandon Cooks, and game will be over. The Niners beat the number one defense in the NFL for my predictions. And then the Bills and the Bengals, this is going to be a high-scoring game. Josh Allen ties touchdown to Cincinnati for Josh Allen to Stephon Diggs for a touchdown. And Josh Allen will throw a touchdown to Dawson Knox on a game-winning touchdown. This is going to be the game of the year. And then the AFC Championship game. This one is up first this year, and this one would be next this year. So, Bills and Chiefs, the rematch of the 2020 AFC Championship game. I will say Buffalo gets their revenge on Kansas City. The rivalry continues with Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, and Josh Allen is going to win this game. And then the rematch of the NFC Championship game of last year's. I think Brock Purdy comparing to Hurts, McCaffrey comparing to DeAndre Swift, AJ Brown comparing to Debo, Ayuk comparing to Devontae Smith, and Kittle comparing to Dallas Goedert. I think Purdy would give the Niners the win 23-20. And we are